Episode 2 begins just hours after the terrible explosion at Grey Sloan Memorial in the season 22 opener, Only the Strong Survive, which tragically killed Dr. Monica Beltrán, Natalie Morales. As the hospital cancels elective surgeries, attention shifts to the influx of trauma cases brought on by the blast's aftereffects. Imagine additional injuries from frantic evacuations and building collapses. By incorporating emotional fallout for the main ensemble and drawing inspiration from actual disaster recovery, showrunner Meg Marinis increases the authenticity. Below is a summary of the highlights of the episode, a heartbreaking tribute to Monica and Jules' trauma. Dr. Jules Millin, Adelaide Kane, suffers from PTSD-driven panic attacks after seeing Monica's last moments in the premiere, where Beltrán gave her life to protect Jules after the explosion. Jules freezes mid-suture on a burn victim, her hands quivering as flashbacks strike, Monica's bloodied face telling her to keep fighting. The episode begins with a violent cold open. With Kane giving a career-best performance that had fans in tears early on, it's unvarnished, unadulterated stuff. Highlight twist, Jules breaks down and shares a secret recording Monica made prior to the explosion during a group therapy session led by Dr. Bailey, Chandra Wilson. The recording is a motivational speech about building your city brick by brick in the face of vault-like corporate pressures, a subtle nod to the show's evolving satire on healthcare greed. In the Rector 2, the team scatters Monica's favorite scrubs as a spontaneous monument in her remembrance. In order to establish Jules as the season's emotional fulcrum, Marinis told Variety that this narrative was influenced on actual surgeon losses. 2. Link's difficult recuperation and Amelia's furious outburst. Following his first operation, a knee replacement that escalated into a life-or-death shrapnel removal, Dr. Atticus Link Lincoln, played by Chris Carmack, awakens to a harsh reality, restricted mobility, phantom aches, and the worry that he will never operate again. He tries physical treatment in a makeshift facility in a memorable scene, making ominous comments about trading my ortho skills for bingo nights, but his weakness is shown when he tells a scout, that he feels broken. Emotional peak, in a furious altercation with the board, Amelia Shepard, Katerina Scorsone, lashes out at Catherine Fox, Debbie Allen, accusing her of compromising hospital safety, which resulted in the explosion. She yells, "You built this empire on our backs, now watch it crumble," in a rare, uncensored moment of furious fury. Her battles with addiction from season 21 are referenced here, but they are transformed into ferocious advocacy. In a touching bedside reconciliation, Scorsone and Carmack's chemistry shines, suggesting a renewed passion amidst the debris. 3. The power battle between Richard and Catherine gets hotter. Chief Richard Webber, played by James Pickens Jr., and Catherine argue over emergency financing while Grey Sloan is under lockdown for structural evaluations. In a heated boardroom scene, Richard calls for moral changes, such as requiring psychological testing for high-stress employees, while Catherine pushes for a speedy, PR-friendly reconstruction, complete with a glitzy, bot-style fundraising campaign. Catherine yells, "We're surgeons, not activists, survive first, save the world later," which strains their marriage. The surgical showdown highlight, following Ben's narrative, they co-lead a lengthy trauma operation on a fireman hurt in the premiere rescue. Richard's steady hand saves the day, while Catherine's creative clamp method takes center stage. Their dynamic, equal partners tugging in different directions, is metaphorically represented by this. The episode is grounded by Pickens' solemnity, as Alan teases in interviews that this feud tests everything they've built. 4. Meredith's restricted comeback and a heart-to-heart Merlink. In her third voiceover-heavy appearance of the season, Ellen Pompeo plays Dr. Meredith Grey again, providing remote consultation from Boston over a complicated aortic tear related to a bomb. For a crucial sequence with Link, she takes a quick plane in and shares war stories from her time on the front lines of COVID. "We don't rebuild the city, we rebuild each other." Despite being a meta-nod to Pompeo's diminished role, it has emotional impact, particularly when Mare suggests taking a possible sabbatical in Seattle for the benefit of her children. Fan service moment, Pompeo's narration ends the episode with the hopeful statement, "In the ruins, we find our foundations." A brief flashback to Meredith and Monica's bonding over single mom life adds layers to the sadness. 5. Rising Stars arcs, The immature interns Simone and Lucas face reality amidst the pandemonium. Dr. Simone Griffith, Aya Fadi, and Dr. Lucas Adams, Nico Taro, mishandle a pediatric trauma case, their flirtatious middle school vibes, a fan complaint from the premiere, conflict with the seriousness of the episode. Simone excels when she intubates a child by herself under Bailey's scrutiny, receiving a rare, not bad, Griffith, whereas Lucas' impetuosity almost costs a patient. Echoing Owen Hunt's disobedience of the rules, Kevin McKidd made an appearance as an experienced advisor. Cliffhanger tease: in the hospital basement, the two trip over altered gas lines, suggesting that Catherine's competitors were responsible for the explosion. This establishes the plot of a season-long conspiracy that combines elements of a thriller and medical procedural.